Hello everyone, and I just decided to compile my 2 reviews for Us and Fighting With My Family, which I saw within the last month. And I'm just going to compile them quickly into this video, less than 6-7 minutes, I guess. So regardless, let's just jump straight into this and with my thoughts for Fighting With My Family, which I saw about a month ago, and Us. So let's start with Finding My... and I'll talk about the one I slightly like a little bit more, and that is Fighting With My Family. And in this movie, you get a character named, which is based on kind of part of real life. This young girl from she's probably a little bit younger than me, like early 20s. Her name is Paige, and she's from the UK. She's like a UFC-based family. Her mom and dad are played by Lena Headey and Nick Frost. They love UFC, their own fighting group. They have like every Saturday or something like that, and they're like they really have such a love, enthusiasm, and passion for the sport. And one day, her and her brother get to really kind of audition for the UFC in America, and of course they both really want to do it. And the problem with that is that, well, she gets through and he doesn't, and as soon as the movie goes along, you kind of tend to realize that he may want it more, but she's more real what's going on. And what makes the movie so freaking good, and I mean that, and I'm not just like blowing air or anything, it's just, it knows how to address every hard-hitting question for what it's worth. Is it worth all the effort? Like, you see in her part, it's like, yeah, but you're going to give up every day, you're going to have to pick your guts up, you're going to have to work super hard. There's times where you want to give up, there's times where you will want to get up. And that mental stress you've got to push yourself through really puts her in such a vulnerable, real, and genuine shoes that you can not only relate with her, especially if you are kind of living your dream. Because she's like, yeah, this is real. This isn't going to be perfect. I'm hitting these huge lumps in the road that make me want to give up. But her brother is like, well, and even though her brother doesn't stand, he's like, no, I'm willing to do whatever it costs. He's like, he's so passionate. He calls out the person who kind of rejected him. He's played by Vince Vaughn, that professional trainer. Of course, you get to see Dwayne Rock Johnson, as in moments. He's like in 20% of the film, not that much, like 15-20% of the film. But he's like, her brother is like, no, I'm willing to do whatever the cost is. I want to do this. I will put my life in the line for this. And she's like, you got no clue what it takes. You really got no clue. And he's like, well, yeah, I kind of do. He's like, I want it so bad. He's like, yeah, but you got no clue. And it just addresses every angle of it. And there's so many damn emotional heartbeats, and moments that really make it great, that really kind of acknowledge the weight and the power and how much mental stress and fortitude to really have that Cinderella story kind of angle towards her. You know, like, she really wants this. She really, really fucking wants this. She's willing to do whatever it takes to do so, and damn if she doesn't, then she doesn't. And she really kind of pushes the mile, the double classic Hercules story, from zero to hero to angle, that Cinderella story. And it paints it in such a gratitude. It paints it with such realism, beauty, weight, and gratitude that you can really understand everyone's angle on this. Even the parents who are like, do what you want, you're going to push for your dreams, of course. And she's like, well, of course, in her position, she's like, yeah, but you got no clue what it's like. You get to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and work out for 2 to 3 hours. We eat a very restrictive diet, work hard every day, just as hard as the military. And it's like, you do that every day, and then you get either beat the hell up or beat the hell out of anyone else in the ring. And they're all having such conflicted angles, and I love that relationship. When you can go on, what you see with her brother back home in the UK, and she's in Florida, and how she really makes it to the big step of fighting in the UFC, and fighting an actual legend, and seeing the ending. I will openly tell you, I got chills. Like, I got choked up. In a sense of, like, yes, anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it, but don't expect everything to be given to you free and willy-nilly. You gotta really earn your strike. You gotta push yourself. There will be others, of course, but you gotta push that mile. And really, it influences you to such a beautiful degree that I love the performances. that dialogue, the rich, the angles, the chemistry, everything just kind of works like a beautiful little swan song. It's so sweet and so well crafted that for me, it's one of my favorites of the year. And for me, I'm going to give Finding with My Family, it definitely kind of does, of course, have those atypical moments within these martial arts type of movies. But again, within its own technique, it's so damn good. I'm going to give Finding with My Family, I'm going to give it a 90%. And that was Us, which is a much more difficult movie to talk about because so much of it is a horror movie, and with horror movies you want to keep it in suspense and quiet and limbo. But with Us, it's from Jordan Peele, directed Get Out, right here. This is another film I really love, which is one of the best films in recent years, easily. Us is... Truth be told, it's a hard to talk about movie because so much you want to keep it quiet, and I would ultimately really recommend this movie. It's a really great movie. It's about this family, and the mom and dad are played by the parents of the family are played by Peele Longo and then Winston Duke from Black Panther last year, which is one of my favorite films. So last year, in this movie, they go to this vacation house, and I believe it's like on the west part of California, somewhere like that. And within this kind of home invasion thriller type of weird movie, they see their own doppelgangers of themselves and how they kind of have this type of the right one in a type of angle to it. But it's so weird, and it's hard to talk about. It really is, because the acting is so good. It's chilling, it's masterful, it's well crafted, it's really well edited. I love the performances. I do think the movie gives a bit too much as it keeps going along. Like, I think the movie should keep you in limbo until like the very end, where you kind of go, oh, and you can leave everything together by that point. But I do think the movie kind of gives too much at times. Like, it's still like a really well crafted movie, but I do think its pacing with its info feels a bit like they're gonna drop info here at the beginning, middle, and the point is like, okay, shit, we dropped too much, and then kind of carried it towards the end, which I did kind of stitch the way it was gonna end, but it still kind of left me in favor of how interesting and how inviting and dark it was. I love the twist in it, and you can see the sense of the Twilight Zone greatly influencing Jordan Peele. He's such a damn talent. Everyone in this movie is just excellent. Even the ridiculously funny white family side characters you get to see in the beginning, they're funny as hell. They're so funny. Yeah, I can't stress how smart this movie is. It's not perfect. I do think you can kind of piece the movie together. It's a little bit more on the nose than... Well, I would say Get Out is a little bit more smarter. Well, I would say Us is a little bit more fun to watch because its premise keeps you so much more like wrapped up within the actual drama. Where Get Out is so smart to get the commentary. I think kind of overrides the characters and the narrative. I mean that and the narrative overriding characters in the story. But in this, everything kind of feels so quiet and so laid out, and it feels kind of like a snake. It's just kind of weaving its way. And then eventually it will strike. Where Get Out feels more methodical. It feels so clever, so broadened. But I do think that Us is still a masterclass of a film. It's such a damn good movie. I was expecting to get like the invasion of the body snatchers meets the strangers, but it's like that, but with more of a greater social commentary of Get Out and other type of films and globalization. And so much of these deep, clever, methodicalized ideas put into the film, and they're so well made. Again, I do think the movie it kind of gives a bit too much at times, and there's a couple of points where I was like, where they go from the first house to the second house, and then there's more after that, and I'm like, mentally I was just like, what, there's more? Like I was actually kind of like losing the sense of drag within it. But aside from that, I do think it's a really good movie, and I'm going to give Us. Actually, I'm going to give it the exact same rating as Finding with My Family. But both of these movies are really good. I'm both going to give them a 90%. 90%. of 100% everyone. I really do hope you enjoyed my opinion on both these films. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'd like to see you all in the future for more videos as always. Till then, cheerio. Have a great day. Bye-bye.